Hey, I'm Joe Latender. Welcome to my channel. So that's how you do that. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about cutting tile around a toilet flange. And what I'm going to share with you is a method that you can use where you don't need to cut any circles at all. There is no radiuses at all. It's all straight cuts, and there's a simple formula that I'm going to use to figure this out, and I'm going to share that with you so that you can use it too. Now there is another method that you can use. You can use an angle grinder and cut a circle. I'm going to share some info with you on that. And then we also have this hole saw here. We've all seen hole saws for tile. They're pretty slick on what they've created with these and how cheap they are, but is it really something that you should be doing with such a big hole like this? We're going to talk about that later on in the video, so looking forward to sharing that with you. Also want you to know that all the methods that I'm going to share with you inside this video, you can use it for laminate, vinyl plank, LVT, pretty much any kind of flooring that you'd be installing in your house. So with that being said, let's watch. So I'm just trying to match up a couple of lines perfectly with the edge of that toilet flange. And now I'm going to transfer some marks onto this tile so I know that I have it perfectly lined up. Now I'm going to line it up the other way and try to figure out the other edges of this tile. Now this tile doesn't completely cover this toilet flange. I am going to have to transfer marks onto one more piece. So I know right there is that line where the tile ends. So I'm going to line this up. And now I'll be able to finish my flange out. So what I'm looking to do here is to mark out a perfect square of 7.5 by 7.5. Now I know I marked the flange perfectly even with the edges. So I probably need to come out 1/4 inch both ways to make that 7.5 inches. Same with this way. I didn't allow for an expansion joint. So I'm going to come out 1/4 inch past. I'm going to get my proper grout joint here. I'm just going to measure 7.5 here, and I'm going to mark it here. So that's 7.5 to there, as all I did was went 1/4 inch past this line. Now it'd be the same thing for this, even though I already drew that line. Let's come out and go 1/4 inch past. So basically we're looking at right here and then 7.5 inches. And this is actually going to be a mark right on the tile where this tile ends. So now I'm going to square everything up off of those marks. So come out. Right here, coming in, we're right on the edge there, so we could just pretty much use the speed square here. Now the formula to this is just measure from this square 2 1/4 down. So 2 1/4 from where this ends, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, so 2 1/4 from here to here. Come down here, same thing, 2 1/4. Come right here, 2 1/4. From here down, 2 1/4. So I got all of these now. This one I need still 2 1/4. And so now if I cut, if you don't like circles, you can use this. Now I cut, mark all these, just connecting the dots. And this one. Okay, so you can see how easy it is to use that method, to be able to cut a hole in a tile and not use any sort of a radius whatsoever. Now, I do have another video that I put out many years ago that shows how to cut a circle in tile using an angle grinder. That way works really well, and that's how I used to do it all the time until I seen one of my buddies use this on a commercial job that we were working on where we had tons of toilet flanges to cut around, and I gave it a try. I really liked it, and if you know what the formula is, then you can master this pretty quick. Now, there is another tool that you can use. It's a hole saw that you could use to cut circles in tile, but I will tell you that since this hole saw is so big, you got to make sure that you have a good drill, a proper drill, and it really takes a little bit of time on getting used to how to use something like this. So if you have eyeballed something like this on Amazon wondering should I try it, it is only 25 bucks, and maybe you could try it on a couple of tile and master it pretty well, but I do want you to know that this takes a little bit of time to get used to on how to use it. So with that being said, I'll leave it up to you on what you want to try. I hope that God blesses you and your family, and I pray for that in Jesus' name. Again, my name is Joe Latender. Hit that like button and that subscribe button and the bell if you want to get notified when that next video is coming out. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.